Plasmodium. Kingdom Protoctista. Phylum Apicomplexa. Class Sporozoa. Scientific name Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, Plasmodium malariae, and Plasmodium falciparum. Common name malaria parasite or Plasmodium. Plasmodium is a parasitic protozoan that causes malaria. A parasite is an organism that lives in or on the body of another organism called a host. The parasite obtains food and protection from its host and harms its host. When the parasite lives inside the body of the host, it is called an endoparasite. And when it is found on the body surface of its host, the parasite is known as an ectoparasite. The role of the female Anopheles mosquito. The malaria parasite Plasmodium is carried and transmitted by the female Anopheles mosquito. The female Anopheles mosquito feeds on blood while the male eats fruit juice and nectar. When the female mosquito sucks blood from an infected person, it becomes infected. When it sucks again from a healthy man, the infected mosquito injects the plasmodium from the salivary gland into the blood of the healthy person. The female mosquito is a vector. It only helps to transmit the parasite. A mosquito bites and injects the premature form of the parasite known as the sporozoites into the bloodstream. The sporozoites move from the blood and enter the body cells, especially the liver. They multiply and transform to merozoites, which infects the liver. This is called the exoerythrocytic phase. The merozoites leave the liver and enter the red blood cells, where they transform into male and female gametes. This is called the erythrocytic phase. If the infected red blood cells are sucked by mosquitoes, they enter the stomach of the mosquito. Fertilization will occur, leading to the formation of a zygote. The zygote penetrates the wall of the stomach and moves to the salivary gland of the mosquito, from where they are injected into another healthy person during the blood meal. Symptoms of malaria. People who are always infected by malaria do not always have serious problems as those who are having malaria for the very first time. Malaria has an incubation period of 10 days. After this period, the body temperature rises to about 40 degrees centigrade. The fever may last for about 12 hours, and this is accompanied by headache, tired body, pains, nausea, that is, feel as to vomit. After the fever, sweating begins and temperature reduces. Usually, the fever comes as a result of multiplication of the parasites and the subsequent bursting of the red blood cells. As more red blood cells are attacked by the parasite, this may result to a condition known as anemia. The parasite can also accumulate in the vessel of the brain, leading to convulsion or coma. Kidney failure may result, and the patient may die within 2 weeks. Prevention: by attacking the vector, by using mosquito nets, by spilling oil on standing water, by clearing all the bushes around our houses, by spraying insecticides. The disease can be effectively treated with drugs such as quinine, chloroquine. If an anti-malaria drug is taken before entering a malarial country and throughout residence there, it acts as a prophylactic. That is to say, it kills any of the parasites which are introduced into the bloodstream by a bite from an infected mosquito, and so prevents the disease from developing.
When a female Anopheles mosquito penetrates human skin to obtain a blood meal, it injects saliva mixed with an anticoagulant. If the mosquito is infected with plasmodium, it will also inject elongated sporozoites, motile spindle-shaped asexual cells, into the bloodstream of its victim. The sporozoites travel to the liver, where they enter liver cells and rapidly divide asexually. This asexual division, which is called schizogony, generates the next life cycle form, called merozoites. The released merozoites invade other liver cells and enter the host's bloodstream, where they invade erythrocytes. Once inside the erythrocyte, the merozoite begins to enlarge as a uninucleate cell termed a ring trophozoite. The trophozoite's nucleus then divides asexually to produce a schizont which contains several nuclei. The schizont then divides and produces mononucleated merozoites. The erythrocyte ruptures and releases toxins throughout the body of the host, bringing about the well-known cycle of fever and chills that is characteristic of malaria. Plasmodium enters a sexual phase when some merozoites in the erythrocytes develop into gametocytes, cells capable of producing both male and female gametes. Erythrocytes containing gametocytes do not rupture. Gametocytes are incapable of producing gametes within their human hosts, and do so only when they are extracted from an infected human host by a mosquito. Within the gut of the mosquito, the gametocytes form male and female gametes. The resultant diploid zygotes develop within the mosquito's intestinal walls and ultimately differentiate into oocysts. Within the oocysts, repeated mitotic divisions take place, producing large numbers of sporozoites. These sporozoites migrate to the salivary glands of the mosquito, and from there are injected by the mosquito into the bloodstream of a human, thus starting the life cycle of the parasite again.